What if every time you face like a hardship, right? Face a hardship, it's an invitation for you to dive deeper into yourself, to kind of like wake up, right? And it's actually what happened to me. Because I had this day today where I was basically, you know, it all started yesterday, actually, the day before. And I fall into one of my addictions, like addiction that I had good control of, but then because of idle time, yeah, because of boredom, I just fall into this trap, and it was masturbation actually. So I don't watch pornography, but I fall into the masturbation, and then I knew, I already knew that if I do it, it will fuck up my day. Even though I don't ejaculate and all that, I just knew that it will fuck up my day. But again, I yesterday evening I just fall into it. Instead of just sleeping, instead of just like okay, let's just sleep, and then I made that rule for myself, like maximum 4 or 5 minutes a day. But even that is the ego, the egoic mind, the lower egoic mind to tell you that hey, you're still a human being. Hey, we can still have fun, we can still have pleasure. But even though the ego knows that, okay, the higher self know, or even the ego might even know that the ego knows, right? The ego knows that it's not, the price is high, but it just suppresses it, right? So it just suppresses it, so you can, so it can be, it can have pleasure, so you can avoid going into the pain. So that is what I learned yesterday. So I fall into that trap. I end up masturbating, and then end up waking up very late, masturbated in the morning, and then half of the day is pretty much gone. And then I realize, then I started to get, at this point, I think I get like, I'm already irritated. I'm already like, oh man, why am I not getting the most out of the day? And then I realized that on top of that, that I also forgot my shoes in the fitness. So the irritation just boils up. Instead of being in the present moment, I'm like, okay, I fucked up. What can I do to alleviate it? You know. But then, dude, this one thing that is bad, like forgetting, like which is irritating, it just, that irritation would normally not impact me that much, right? Like, okay, I forgot my shoes in the gym. They're probably still at the gym if I'm lucky. Okay, but that will not impact me that much, right? I'll be like a bit like disappointed, or maybe a little bit discouraged, and not in the best mood. Like, oh man, I forgot it, but okay, let go, let go. Like for example, when somebody took my camera, I was much more calm. That one is a much bigger impact, right? Because I have my SD card, and it's the camera itself is valuable. The shoes, they don't really cost that much. Like they're used shoes, so they probably cost like maybe $20, right? $20, 20, $30, whatever, right? So it's not that much. But then because of I already messed up my evening, I just got more irritated, more agitated, right? Instead of just like, okay, let go, let go, let go, let go, let's accept this. So I went to the gym. I even got my shoes. The shoes were there, right? Because I was thinking in my head, they're probably there. They're there. Okay, fine, right? I should be happy. But then I'm still in this disapproval state of being. Because why? Because of masturbation. It completely drained it didn't even ejaculate, right? I just did it, and it completely drained my mood, and I was disappointed. I didn't progress. I didn't, all those kind of things, that messed up the whole day. So instead of just being happy about finding the shoes, I was still in this bad state, right? So I go to this food stand, or what is a juice stand, right? I fill up, I buy a lot of fresh juice, because I'm like, okay, I have to go all the way to fitness. I'm not gonna do fitness because it's my rest day. Okay, let me at least get some juice. I get the juice, and then boom, it just start pouring down. And then I just instead of just like booking a taxi, because I have my shoes. I don't have more. I have that shoe that I have, and then I have my indoor shoe, right? So I'm like, instead of like thinking, and this is the danger, like if you are already in the negative state of being, and you entertain the negative thoughts, that is what I learned more than ever today, right? Today I learned this. Then more negative things will follow you. Like they will likely follow you. So, for example, here, okay, I slept bad, I masturbated, went against myself, I forgot my shoes at the gym. Okay, I found them, but then still, I was still in a negative state of being. Then it started raining. And then what do? Instead of booking a taxi, instead of thinking, I'm like, okay, it's raining now. Okay, what should I do? I can walk down. Anyways, I walk, and then around my area, there's these big holes of the, how can I say it? Like every time it rains, there's a lot of water because of the holes. It's like ponds of water, so you cannot walk around it. So when I reached there, instead of like, okay, let me find another way, or let me go a little bit back, let me hire somebody like a taxi, motorcycle taxi. What do? I just go, and I'm so irritated, I just walk into this water, And I know, with this knowledge, that my shoes will get wet. Again, and then I go up the stairs, no more things happen, And then I'm like, okay, now I need to sit with myself and reflect, like why? All this could have been avoided. Okay, if I just connected to the present moment, if I just like, okay, I wake up, okay, I fucked up the day, it's messed up. All right, I missed. Okay, on top of that, I realized I forgot my shoes in fitness. Somebody might have taken them. All right. Okay, if they've taken them, all right, I messed up my day. It's all right. Let me just go there. Okay, they're there. Amazing. Happiness, right? Rains. Okay, it's rains. It's normal, right? It's rains. It's okay. Let me just take a Bajaj or a taxi home. I'll be in a happy state, But instead of thinking positively and like, okay, okay, it's raining. Okay, let me get the best out of it. Okay, cool. Instead of thinking positively, I'm just like thinking negatively. On top of that, a lot of rejections along the way. My brain is also allocating too much energy on the rejections as well. So it's a lot of bad things, and they're not even that bad. It's about reframing, because I'm in bad state of being because of masturbation. Because of that poisonous thing. It messed up my day, messed up my sleep even, right? And then it's much easier for my brain to just entertain bad things. So for example, okay, you forgot your shoes. Okay, nice. It gives me the opportunity to walk to the fitness, and I can put a new book, I can put a audio book on, I can listen to that, I can walk, say hi to the locals, get those shoes, get refreshments, get refreshments. Okay, it rains. Okay, amazing, nice. Okay, cool. I can warm up. And okay, there's a big. Okay, I'm walking. Okay, now the rain is too unbearable. Let me just book a taxi. Okay, I don't do that. I go there. Okay, the big pond of water. I have my shoes. I don't have other shoes with me. I have to use my shoes later on. I don't want wet shoes. Okay, let me just go back. I'll ask one of the boys here if they can. I can just pay them what I have, dude. I pay them that, and they just turn on the motorbike or whatever, right? And then they can hoover me around this pond of water. I'll not get wet. I'll have nice shoes. I have juices. I have learned a valuable lesson. Because also after this experience, I said to me and my accountability partner, we said to ourselves, we have to stop this. Enough is enough. Because why is it that you masturbate? Because you don't have anything to do. It comes from boredom. It comes from perhaps unresolved trauma, perhaps around self-doubt. You don't believe in yourself and your goals, all those kind of things, So at the end now, okay, my shoes are wet. Okay, the people who reject me, I just let them reject me, Like, okay, I can choose myself. Okay, my shoes are wet. Okay, I have an extra pair of shoes that I can use. Those are indoor shoes, but okay, I can wash them, I can wash them, make them really nice and fine, Okay, cool. That it's not like my health is bad, because I've been sick before. That is many times worse than this, This is nothing. So the point of this video, I know I'll elaborate, is like some different things. The one point is that why, like, if you entertain negative thoughts, negative things will come along. That's one of the points. The other point is that if you really love yourself, you have self-love to yourself, why would you entertain all these negative things? Why won't you just see the best in all kind of situations, in all kind of events, see the best possible things in all kind of them? Instead of this other thing, like seeing the just being in a bad mood, like, okay, you lost your fitness shoes. Okay, it gives the opportunity to go for a walk, get some fresh juice, say hi to the locals, right? So always, like, when bad things happens, you're like, okay, breathe in, breathe out, just be in the connect to the present moment. Like, for example, here I had the chance, for example, the first incident here, like, okay, I messed up, I masturbated, I don't feel good, I feel a bit cloudy. Okay, let me just let me not masturbate, let me just connect to the present moment, breathe in, breathe out. Okay, fine. Okay, gives me the opportunity to talk with my accountability partner, connect with him, do a deal with him, and then be even more productive and be more happy the remaining days of my life. Because me and him, we said to each other, we're not gonna do this anymore, we're not gonna masturbate anymore, because it doesn't give us anything, right? It's too expensive. And that is what I learned today. So always reframe, always connect to the awareness, the self-love, the inner child. Like, okay, why is it that I'm harming myself? Why is it that I'm entertaining these bad things? And then as soon as you also connect to this awareness, right, you're realizing, you may realize that, okay, all the things that happen is nothing, it's nothing to really worry about. It's just our hurt, pain body that is coming out. And the other thing is that it gives us the opportunity to dive in deeper. For me, this taught me that a lot of it comes from my childhood, obviously, right? That every time these small things happen is something that I coped or copied, you could say, copied from my father. Because every time small thing happen, he will be angry, and there's a new release. I haven't thought it that way, because every time, for example, we smacked with the door, every time, for example, let's say that we slammed the door, not smacked, or slammed the door, and maybe the handle will get loose. My dad will go completely crazy, Instead of like, hey, my children, don't do this. Why do you slam the door? See, look at this. Okay, now I'm gonna pay it this time. I'm gonna get the tools, but you have to come with me, and I'm gonna teach you how to fix this. Right? Next time, if you do it again, and I see it is from you, you have to pay, right? Or for example, if you forget to make him tea, sometimes you come home. I mean, many times you'll be in a bad mood. I mean, if you forgot to make him tea, he'll be very angry and go crazy, Or if he even saw us just chilling and laying down on the sofa, he will go crazy, You like, because the sofa will be dirty. But instead of buying cars, or instead of even saying to us, like, in a gentle, elegant way, hey guys, don't put your feet on the sofa, um, it's going to make the sofa more dirty. And sometimes you'll also insult us. It's like, hey, you guys are so lazy. What are you doing? Why are you chilling? The only thing you can do is watch TV, So instead of saying that, he could have said like, hey guys, I really want you to contribute more to the household and stuff like that. Maybe you can do some house chores every Tuesday. You have to do this, every Monday come. Instead of that, my dad just got very, very angry for small things, So I think that it comes from there, So I'm gonna do a meditation about it right now, because this happened for a reason. So anyways, guys, always connect to awareness, always see the best things, even in the baddest and most boring, trivial things, like even in unlock, there's some, that can be some lucky things, good things happening, right? Always, awareness is key, Connect to this awareness, connect to your inner child, connect to the self-love, and ask yourself, why am I thinking like this? Is it really necessary? All right, guys.